Am I back? I did for a second. Okay, weird. It's honestly really stormy outside, so maybe something happened. But I'm glad I'm back. I'm sorry I disappeared. Welcome back, everyone. Did you miss me for that 1 second? I'm kind of going in and out. Ooh, spooky. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. My stream had a little blip. Honestly, like, Sword and Shield is probably one of the, like, I had better luck shiny hunting in Soul Silver Heart Gold than I have in this. Where am I from? I'm from South Wales originally, from Swansea, and now I'm not there anymore. But yeah, my I think a lot of people ask because of my accent. This is a South Welsh accent. And I don't think I'll ever truly lose the accent. I haven't lived in Wales for about 7 years, and I think my accent is still exactly the same, so. Oh, see, in terms of my least favourite modern, I don't know if you'd class it because it is a remake. I really didn't like Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl. I just didn't get on with it. The only reason I completed BDSP is so I could shiny hunt Arceus. Because I think it's the only game that you can shiny hunt him in. Yeah, that one's worse. Hello, Joel. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, everyone. Never thought it was Welsh. I'm from West Midlands. Oh, welcome in, Kaylee. Yeah, South Welsh. Swansea originally. I lived there all my life until 7-ish years ago. Might be 8 now, actually. That's horrifying. Oh god, it might be 8. Yeah, now I know I live in Norfolk, but I don't think I've got a Norfolk accent. I've definitely kept my Welsh accent. I can never have this much patience. I say this every stream, that I feel like it's not too much stress, because these are almost like just chatting streams. And I always say that I feel like if you were shiny hunting and you were doing it alone and you weren't talking to anyone and you were just solely focused on this, my patience would have been gone ages ago. But I feel like if you're shiny hunting and you're watching a film in the background, or if you're chatting to people on the stream like I am, honestly, like, you don't even think about it. Like, in this stream... Oh, I'm really behind, actually. Normally I do about 100 an hour, and I've been streaming for nearly 2 hours, and I've only done about 150. So I'm behind. I'm behind schedule. Yeah, this is more of, like, in the background. You don't really tend to... You look over briefly. Like, that. This is where I'm looking at. That's where my screen is. You look over briefly to see if it's the colour, and if not, you look back on chat. It's a stormy in Norfolk. It is. It's so weird. We had really, really nice hot weather for the last week. Last 2 weeks, really. But today and yesterday, it's been cold and miserable. And it honestly looks like it's about to rain, which I'm gutted about. Because I'm going to Cambridge tomorrow for a day out, and I really wanted the weather to be nice, and I'm really anxious it's going to be cold. Hello, Harry. Welcome in. What do you think about people who use the bots to shiny hunt? Oh, I think it ruins the fun. I feel like shiny hunting is rewarding if you do it yourself. How do you not give up? Because I'm determined. I'm motivated by my determination. Thank you, Kaylee. I appreciate that. I was just going to make like a little cute picnic and everything. And now I'm like, oh, but if the weather sucks, it's going to blow. I looked on the weather and it said it should be like 18 degrees. But I think it only gets really hot like at 5 or 6 p.m. and I'm probably going to be gone by then. So yeah, pretty gutted. Hopefully it changes and it is warmer and sunnier throughout the day, but we'll see. It's a day out. Probably going to vlog it, so. I'm getting a Switch soon. What game should I get first? I already played Let's Go Pikachu. I'm going to say Legends Arceus, if you talk about Pokemon. Oh, I'm always going to recommend Legends Arceus. Yeah, it was only for a day trip, because it's only about, like, maybe like an hour and a half away on a train. And I was like, oh, it'd be fun to go to Cambridge, and they've got a Pop Mart there, and I've never been to a Pop Mart before, and I thought it'd be fun, and I was like, oh, we can have a picnic. And that I said that when the weather was, like, really hot, and I was like, oh yeah, I can, like, get a tan and go to Pop Mart. And now it's looking a bit miserable, and I'm like, oh, but I can still go to Pop Mart. Or do I wait until Legends EA? I have a feeling, obviously I'm not an insider and I don't know for sure, but because Pokemon games normally do come out in November, I have a feeling Legends EA is going to be a November game. So it's up to you if you want to wait until November. Wishful thinking, trying to get a tan in the UK. I mean, that's fair. I was in Somerset a couple of weeks ago for a holiday, and I got burnt. Couldn't believe it. It's pretty much like all faded now. I do have like a little tiny bit of a tan, but I'm naturally as pale as a wooloo. So the slightest tan for me is like still really pale. But yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe I can be like a little less pale. But it's probably not going to happen now that the weather's like switched back to cold here. Ah, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Hopefully we do get the wooloo though. English weather does give you whiplash. It's really annoying. Like 2 days ago, I was wearing like tank tops and shorts. And today I went to work in a coat. Like a woolly coat. It's the worst. Yeah, literally, I am as pale as a wooloo, naturally. Obviously, not a shiny wooloo. This wooloo. I'm as pale as wool. So yeah, this is like the most tanned I've ever been, and like it's still, that is still pale. I'm still pale. So yeah, I thought it'd be like, because I don't ever tan, because the weather here sucks. I just ran into something. A squirrel. I am getting really unlucky, aren't I? I should complain. But yeah, just not getting any luck. And I always say it as well. I always say at the beginning of a stream, I was like, this is going to be the lucky one. Today is the day that we get the wooloo. And the stream always ends and I don't get it. But I started the hunt today at 1,300 encounters, and I was like, this is going to be it today. Have you seen any other shinies? No, I haven't! That's the worst part of it. I'm not even phasing. To be fair, I try not to run into other Pokemon, but obviously I do run into them sometimes, and no shinies at all. Is it going to be today? I don't think it is. I don't think it is, honestly. Welcome back, Clove. How's it going? Well, I still don't have the shiny, if that's what you're asking. The last hunt I did in this method on Sword and Shield was Pumpkaboom, and it took 1,737 encounters. So in my mind, I was like, as long as this is under 1,700 encounters, I'm winning. But the fact that we're getting very close to 1,500 and I still don't have it is upsetting. Am I Welsh? I am Welsh. This is making me want to pick up my Switch to play, but I have responsibilities. Just say no to the responsibilities. Thank you so much, Starchy. Thank you very much. And I do have the shiny Charm Deep. Thank you for following, Tenzo. It'll be in the next one. I hope so. I don't know. I think after this hunt, I am going to take a break from Sword and Shield for a while. But wooloo was one of my very favourite introductions into Sword and Shield. Like, as soon as wooloo was announced, I was like, this Pokemon is everything. Like, amazing. So it's always been one of my top shinies that I've wanted. But yeah. Honestly, it would have been quicker to do the Masuda. Why am I running into bugs? What is the first Pokemon game I played? My very first Pokemon game was Blue. Pokemon Blue. Thank you for following someone, Pooch. Welcome in. What about everyone else's? What was all of yours not favourite, first Pokemon game? So I'm an OG player. My first one was Blue. Yellow, great choice. Ruby, nice. I didn't play Yellow until I was in college. So like years and years afterwards. Like I think it was just before X and Y came out by the time I finally got a copy of Yellow. Heart Gold, I'm not being funny, Heart Gold is an amazing first Pokemon game. What an experience to have that as your first game. My first Pokemon game was Shield. Nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter when you started playing Pokemon. You're here now and that's what counts. Diamond and Pearl. I love Diamond and Pearl. They're probably the most nostalgic to me because I played Blue probably back before I could even read. Let's be honest. I was just there for the vibes. But Diamond and Pearl came out when I was more of a conscious being and knew what I was doing. So I feel like I do have a lot of nostalgia for Diamond and Pearl. And I think that's why the remakes for Diamond and Pearl annoyed me so much. Because I didn't like it. Hello, Geeky Nate. Thank you so much for raiding. Welcome in. It was, Lauren, honestly. I was like, I love BDSP. Don't love BDSP. I love Diamond and Pearl. Such a nostalgic game for me. I was in primary school when it came out. And it was just before I was going to... in Wales, it was called... I know it's obviously not the same everywhere, but in Wales it was called comprehensive school. Which is like... I guess it's like high school everywhere else. And it came out of the summer before I was going to a new school. And I just was so nostalgic. And then they showed the trailer of what BDSP was going to look like. And I was like, oh. I was so gutted. Are you looking for a shiny wooloo? Because I am looking for a shiny wooloo. And I do have the shiny charm. And thank you, Zane. I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, best memories of Gen 4. Are you trying to get a full team of shinies? I'm trying to get a complete shiny dex. So I'm trying to get a shiny of every Pokemon. I think I've got about 200 unique shinies at the moment. And I'm starting to log them all onto a database. How long have I hunted for? For this particular wooloo hunt, or like from when I very first started shiny hunting? Because I started shiny hunting in X and Y, and I got a shiny Pumpkaboo. No surprises there. And then I didn't shiny hunt again properly. Like I've only got really back into shiny hunting when Legends Arceus came out. What's the difference between Sword and Shield? Is the same game except for a few different Pokemon? Pretty much, Elena. How long am I doing the wooloo hunt for? Probably, I would say probably about 15, 16 hours in total. Obviously not all in one day. Like this has been spread out since like October. I gotta head to work. My friend, but Jenny's so nice. Oh, it's been so nice to meet you as well, Cozy. I can't wait to check out your future streams. It's honestly been such a pleasure to chat to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Hello, Pokélord. This is Sword and Shield. Thank you, Kaylee, as well. Responsibilities are calling. Thank you so much, Anne, for following as well. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you so much for coming by and chat with me today. I appreciate all the love. And thank you as well, Cozy. Hopefully, Stacey. I am definitely due the shiny, in my opinion. It's been long enough. But no. I just have a feeling we're not going to get it today. Oh, I've got loads of emails. What's my favourite Pokemon game? It is Legends Arceus. I really liked what they did to the formula of the game. I've been playing since the originals, and obviously the games do tend to feel a bit samey after a while. But everything about Legends Arceus was so refreshing. I just loved it. And it's always the Pokemon game I recommend to people. How many shiny Pokemon have I caught? Overall, probably about 200 unique. But then I've caught a lot of the same Pokemon as well. So I won't be surprised if I've got like about 300 shinies overall. Thank you for following Meowsy and Zip the Silly Dragon. Thank you so much. I want to hunt a wooloo. Any tips? Basically what the Jackson said actually. You want to knock out about 500. Because that gives you better odds. I do recommend getting the shiny charm as well by completing the shiny decks, but otherwise it's literally just you keep running into the Pokemon and just hope one of them shines. Thank you. I mean, after I've done this wooloo hunt, I'm going to start trying to do Pokemon in order to make it easier for me to like keep a tally of what Pokemon I need and what Pokemon I don't need. I know I need a shiny Blastoise, but getting a shiny Squirtle to evolve it shouldn't be too difficult. And then I've got a Caterpie and a Metapod, and I need to get a shiny Butterfree. Then I need to do the Weedle and Pidgey line. To be fair, I've done quite a bit of the 151 shinies. What do I think of Pokemon ZA? I'm hoping it's good. I really like Legends Arceus. I'm just a bit nervous that you're going to feel too trapped being in Lumiose City. It's not going to feel as like different and expansive as what Legends Arceus did. It looks really good. It feels like a Legends game, but I am just a bit nervous about like you are trapped in a city. Is everything going to feel like the same after a while? But we will see. Working on my dex completion right now and actually got a shiny Barris. Oh, congrats, Squitty. It's honestly the best when you just get random shinies. I love a random shiny. I keep getting emails and it keeps lighting up my phone and it's irritating me. Have I ever played Pokemon Sun and Moon? I have. I was saying earlier, I played it when it originally came out. And I don't know why, I didn't vibe with it. I didn't like the game. And then Ultra Sun and Moon came out and I never picked them up because I didn't like Sun and Moon. But everyone is saying they're really, really good and it's fun to shiny hunt Pokemon on it. So I think I'm going to start playing Ultra Sun and Moon and see if it clicks with me this time. Honestly, Sun and Moon is, I think it's the so I've never played Black and White, so I'm not counting that. But Sun and Moon is the only Pokemon game I've played and never completed. But everyone says Sun and Moon's really good, so I feel like I need to give it another try. Only got the game a month ago and I have 3 shinies and a shiny Entei from DA. Oh, well done, Gritty! That's really good. I just ran into a bird. Ultra Wormholes are so great for shiny hunting, possibly one of the easiest ways to shiny hunt. See, everyone says that, and I don't even know what an Ultra Wormhole is. Like, it sounds exciting, and I think I need to experience it. Allowed to Pokemon Sun, but I was 10 when I played it, so I can't really remember. I think I was working. I think I was in work when Sun and Moon came out. So I don't know. I'll have to give it a try. I do have them on my DS. Like, I do have the games. Hello, Star. What will you name the shiny wooloo when you find it? I'm going to call him Oreo. We're all very excited for when Oreo comes home. See, everyone says that Sun and Moon was such a good game. When I originally played it, like, everyone in, like, like my friend base that was all playing Pokemon then, none of them liked it, and I didn't like it either. And now I feel like opinion on the game is like flipped entirely. Now I barely ever see anyone say that they didn't like Sun and Moon. And I'm like, I don't get it. When I played it, I didn't like it. Like, what was I missing? Was I just upset that there was no gyms and they did like the challenge things and all the different islands? I don't know, but I'm gonna have to get back into it. Hello, Benjamin. What, wooloos? I've run into 1,472 wooloo. Yeah, I think a lot of people's opinions on Sun and Moon changed when the Ultra versions came out. How many encounters do you think until you get the shiny? Honestly, I hope it's the next one, but I don't think it's going to be. I think maybe around 1,800. I think around about that number. I think I'll get it. I know, Benjamin. It is a lot. It is a lot. I just started playing Pokemon games. Which one is this? This is Sword and Shield. Thank you for following, Laura. Thank you for following Star as well. Do you ever get sick of the wooloo sound? Honestly, it's not the wooloo sound, it's the music. That bit. I'm sick of that. And normally when I stream, I play with the sound off and I usually have music, like Pokemon lo-fi music or just like little songs in the background, so I don't have to listen to that. But for some reason, and I don't know why, the last few times I've streamed with music on the background, it's been crashing my stream. So for the last 3 or 4 streams, I've done it without background music and I don't tend to crash anymore. So I'm gonna have to put up with this, but honestly, it's not the bar sound of the wooloo, it's the dun 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 dun. That is doing my head in. Just absolutely fed up. That's alright, Benjamin. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Hopefully I'll see you soon. I'm doing good as well, thank you, Laura. Hello, Tor. This may sound odd, but are you from Wales? I am from Wales. Does wooloo have shiny gender-specific looks? I don't think so. I think male and female wooloo look exactly the same. Right, sorry, just Discord messages. The Sword Shield and counter music is part of the reasons I stopped playing it. Honestly, it's so irritating. I wish I could play with no sounds, but like, I don't know why. My computer just can't handle it at the moment for some reason. I'm looking forward to when, like, maybe it works again and I can, like, have the game audio muted and I can have the nice lo-fi music again, but it's not working. Bye, Ben! Do you have a favourite Pokemon series? Mine's Pokemon Journeys and Indigo League. Indigo League, I love Indigo League. I really like the Orange Islands, but I haven't watched that since I was a kid, so that could be nostalgia speaking. And I really like Journeys as well. I like the theme song. Welcome back, Big Jesus. You haven't missed anything. I still don't have the shiny. Thank you for following Crystal Witch and Doko. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I did like X and Y as a series as well because Team Rocket had a Pumpkaboo, and obviously Pumpkaboo is my favourite, so I was like really excited that Pumpkaboo was getting some love. I was like, yes! And then they evolved it into Gorgeist, and I was like, no! He should never evolve Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo should stay as a Pumpkaboo forever. Big up Team Rocket, hell yeah! Am I the only one that gets hyped up when they play the Dynamax music? Oh my god, yes! It sort of bugged me with Scarlet and Violet, because I felt like when you terrestrialize a Pokemon, I feel like they were trying to copy the Dynamax music from Sword and Shield, and it just didn't hit the same. I was like, I see what you're doing, but like, it ain't working. It hasn't got like the... Oh god. There was a YouTube video. And I always think about this this video on YouTube. But basically, it was like a drawing, I think. It was a drawing of someone trying to go to sleep. And through their window in their bedroom, you could see the stadium. And all you could hear in the background was the Dynamax music because this person was trying to sleep. And it makes me laugh every time I think about it. And then, like, halfway through, the whole stadium and the house rumbles. And this giant Pikachu appears. And it just goes, P. It's one of my favourite YouTube videos. So good. So good. But yeah, honestly, the Dynamax music is like the best. I feel like, don't get me wrong, like some of the music on Scarlet and Violet does hit hard. Like Penny's theme is really, really good. And it makes sense as well that I probably really like it because I think Penny's originally from Gala, so it makes sense that her theme music sounds like it's from Gala. But I love little things like that. Just, it's so good. Do you encounter all these wooloos just in one life? No. No. Don't worry. I have not done that in one live. I have done about 200 in this live. But not 1400. I started the stream on 1300. I tend to roughly do about 200 encounters a stream. So you can sort of see how many streams I've done with that math. Have I caught any other shinies so far? Not today. Not since doing this wooloo hunt. Ooh, come on, wooloo. I think one of my favourite things about Ultra Sun and Moon is there's a photography bit. Oh, whoa! And it's so funny. I was replaying Pokemon Snap yesterday because I found out. 1 second, I just need to message someone. I found out that after the game released, new Pokemon Snap, there was an update. And I missed this update completely because I completed Pokemon Snap really, really quickly. And then I found out that there was an update a few months after the game launched where you could shrink down. You could shrink down and then you could take photos all shrunk. So I was like, I need to play the game to do the shrinking thing. And I did. And I took this photo. I'm absolutely in love with it. I took this photo of this Wimple, and I really love Wimple. He's my little boy. And I was so excited taking this photo because I was like, this photo is so good because the Wimple is like, oh my god, that foot is like a doe foot. And he's like panicking, and then obviously you've got a Comfy in the background, and then you've got Torterra in the background as well. And I was like, I was so chuffed with this photo. And I absolutely love Wimple. Wimple's my boy. That's why one of the alphas I want to get in Legends Arceus, I really want to shelf a shiny alpha Wimple. Because even shiny Wimple is cool. Wimple! God, I love Wimple. Honestly, Pokemon Snap is so underrated. But yeah, I never knew that update came. And I only found out yesterday because there's a YouTuber called, she's a Twitch streamer as well. She goes by Party Ali, and she did a Pokemon Snap video. And I was watching it, and it shows you can go small. And I was like, hang on a minute, I didn't know you could do this. So yeah, I went back just to do that. And I love it. And I honestly, I love the original Pokemon Snap as well. It was one of my favourite games as a kid. So any games that have like photo modes, I'm like all in there. Thank you, Zaki. I appreciate it. When did I first start streaming? 5 years ago. I started streaming during lockdown with a very, very basic setup. I didn't have a camera. I had an awful microphone. And I didn't have any, like, overlays or anything like that. And in fact, I used to stream Pokemon Sword and Shield. So nothing's changed. And I used to do a lot of Animal Crossing streams during lockdown. Then I took a break, and then I came back properly in 2022. And I used to just stream on Twitch. And then I think September is when I started streaming to TikTok. And honestly, that's where I've seen, like, the biggest growth. So if any of you are streamers and you stream to Twitch, I honestly recommend streaming to TikTok, because, like, I've never had, like, I feel like my streams and, like, all of my content has grown so much since I've started streaming on TikTok. So I really recommend it. So honestly, like, all of, like, this recent growth that I've had has been because I stream on TikTok. I really recommend it. Do I have a shiny charm? I do have a shiny charm. No worries, Isaac. Honestly, like, streaming to TikTok has changed everything. Like, it's not like I didn't have much on Twitch. Like, I had... So, before starting streaming on TikTok, I had about 500 followers on Twitch. And I'd average around 6 viewers. I know it's not amazing, but, like, you know, it's enough to keep a stream going. You've got people to chat to. But now streaming on TikTok is completely different, and all of my, like, followers and stuff have grown on all different platforms, which is really nice. And I do have a lot more people to talk to as well on TikTok. I feel like people tend to stick around a lot longer, and I've got a lot more people that have, like, stuck around and stayed in the community compared to Twitch. So I do always recommend to new streamers that if you want to get into streaming, stream on TikTok, because I just feel like the community here is amazing. If you wanted any Pokemon game to actually be our real life, which would you pick? Probably Pokemon Snap, because there's no threat. You know, like how in Legends Arceus you could just die? And then, like, I know in other Pokemon games you could become, like, you know, trainers and go around and do gym battles, but I feel like there's always, like, a threat. You know, like in Ruby and Sapphire, like, you know, the world's gonna end. Or, you know, in other games, the world's gonna end somehow. And there's always, like, a threat kicking off. And I feel like in Pokemon Snap, it's like, here's a camera, go take some photos of some Pokemon. And I think that's such a vibe. I don't want a world-ending threat. I want to take pictures of silly little guys. Thank you for following me, Collage. What about you, Loaf? I think Pokemon Snap is probably the safest option. The music in Ruby and Sapphire World Ending was creepy. It was. Thank you for following, Trailblazer. You know, and, like, even, like, I wouldn't say the original games had a world-ending threat, but it did have Team Rocket that were trying to steal people's Pokemon. And it did have Lavender Town, you know, where Pokemon died, which isn't nice. But I feel like, in Pokemon Snap, there is no threat. No one's out there stealing your Pokemon. You just go around and you take photos of some silly little guys, and I like that a lot. I would pick Pokemon Sword because I would camp in the wild area with my Pokemon every day. Oh yeah, and make all the curries. I don't know how to feel about that message to Hi. It'd probably be like the least threatening thing ever. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that. And thank you for following as well, Oliver. Honestly, I think I am probably... might have to end the stream soon. I'm gonna get to 1500 encounters just because it's a nice round number. But I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. My throat is starting to hurt. Thank you for sharing the live, Sierra. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for following, Isaac. I really thought today was going to be the day. I was going to get the shiny. All fun and games until you're out of PP. Okay, no, fair enough. Actually, that is now very threatening. I feel like we're going to get in the next 7 encounters. I hope so, Leighton. And hello, Ronnie. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Thank you for the 20 hearts, Isaac. Thank you so much for luck. I really appreciate that. I hope we get the luck. Let's go, wooloo. Is this the one? No. Don't worry, everyone has given you the luck and support in your mission. Thank you, Lo. Last 5. All right. Thank you, one shots. I am in the process of doing it. I've got about 200 so far, but I've got a way to go. Seeing as there's over 1,000 Pokemon these days, so I have got a way to go, but I am in the process of it. 200 down, 800 to go. Oh, I've already done it. I've got the shiny charm. I just meant like overall out of like all the Pokemon, I'm trying to get every shiny. Like a shiny living dex. And today we're doing wooloo. Yeah. I do have the shiny charm. It hasn't really helped, honestly. So, to get the best odds, it's the shiny charm, and you have to knock out 500 of the same Pokemon. I've knocked out 1,000 of the same Pokemon, and I have the shiny charm. So my odds should actually be 1 in 455. But as you can tell, we're up to 1,500 encounters, and we don't have the wooloo. So things are going great. Sorry, what's a living dex? A living dex is when you get every Pokemon in the Pokedex, but you have one of every type. So, for example, if you were to do a living dex of the original 151, you would have to have Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Watertoll, Blastoise, Bulbs. You'd have to have every single one, and I want to get a shiny version of that, so I basically want a shiny Pokemon of every Pokemon. So to complete my wooloo line, I would have to technically get 2 shiny wooloos and evolve 1 into Dubwool. Now I'd complete that line. I can't remember if you already said, but what shiny Pokemon are you going to hunt next? I'm probably going to go back to Scarlet and Violet and finish off my Spiritomb hunt. You're crazy. Thanks. I'm dedicated. I am dedicated. I mean, it's given me enough content for, like, the next few years. Like, I'm never going to run out of things to stream. Which is fun. So, I do want to do the Spiritomb hunt. And then if I'm talking about, like, in order of living dex, the next one I need to get is a Blastoise. But he's going to be really easy to get. So, the next harder one, it's not even really hard, I need to get a Butterfree. Because I already have a Caterpie and a Metapod. We'll get GTA 6 before we finish 100%. I won't be surprised if we get like the PlayStation 7 by the time I'm done. It's going to take me years. We'll be on like Gen 13 of Pokemon before I'm ever done. And that's the thing as well, because like each Pokemon game that comes out, you get more Pokemon. The list is never ending. So yeah, it's going to take a while. I'm not even ever expecting to actually finish it. But it's a fun little challenge, and it means I've always got something to hunt. It's not like I'm ever going to run out of a Pokemon to hunt. And especially if you're doing one like this, where it's taking me so long. Good luck, Burger Jesus. I won't be surprised if you do. I've had the worst luck. Honestly, if wooloo was in a different game, like Legends Arceus or Scarlet and Violet, I would 100% hunted it in there. It's just because I can only shiny hunt wooloo in this game that I have to do it this way. I mean, I could have done a Masuda hunt, honestly. I could have done a Masuda hunt. And that would have been quicker, but I just wanted to do it this way. So it's my own fault. Yeah, and we have hit 1,500. I might just do a few more. Because I'm in the zone. You got your first Goldengo. Congrats. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. I've set myself a goal of not doing it with Pokemon Go. I've made it harder for myself. Because I know the odds on Pokemon Go are better. So I'm doing it without Pokemon Go. Obviously, I do play Pokemon Go and I do get shinies, but I'm not getting the shinies that I catch in that game. I'm not letting it count. Because do I have a shiny? I don't think I've got a shiny Wooloo in Go either. Actually, I've got 2 hundos of Wooloo, but I don't have a shiny. But yeah, no, I want to do it without Pokemon Go, ideally. Because, like, I was doing the starters, so I'm doing the Sprigatito. I'm trying to get all the shinies of them. But I'm doing it via Scarlet and Violet, which is a lot harder. But then in Pokemon Go, I've got, like, 20 shiny Sprigatitos. So it's like completely different. I want to make it harder for myself. Oh, thank you, Loaf. I appreciate that. That's actually so sweet. Thank you. And thank you, Razzle, as well, for the gift. I appreciate it. Welcome in. And thank you for the follow, Zombie and Oni. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. I've had over 100 new followers on the stream. Thank you so much. And nearly 36,000 likes. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for following as well, Razzle. My partner's home and breaking everything. Welcome home.
Well, that wasn't a good intro, was it?
That was not a good... I mean, you made an entrance. You're putting a bet on there's going to be 1,523. Alright, I'll probably stream until 1,525. So you've got me for another 23 encounters. And then I'm going to have to rest my voice because I'm losing it.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you for following Die High. Thank you. You married to Tyranitar. Honestly, it sounded that way, didn't it?
Literally that.
Crashes into the room. Scrolled onto the stream just in time for your partner to burst in like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, hi everyone. Funny enough, I was literally about to say, like, I'm not going to kick anything and or swear because I heard that you got a new 100 followers and stuff. So
it's you walk in and just knock everything
over everything. So hi everyone.
Do you want to come down so you don't look like the lady from the Powerpuff Girls where you're just like headless?
Floating head.
Floating head.
Whoa.
I think you've even woken Midna up as well.
Yeah, she looks sleepy.
Bless.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday. Right, let me thank you for following Ash Ketchum. Thank you so much. Literally Tyranitar.
Sweet. I'm going to sit down for a minute. I've just finished work. I'm bloody knackered. Hi.
You're home really late.
Yeah.
You finished at work 2 hours ago.
There was a problem with tech, like usual.
Not good.
Peace.
I'm trying to get a shiny Eevee. I've already had 10 eggs. You can do it, Razzle. I believe in you. And Kian, shiny Wooloo is the cutest.
Oh, my legs.
Only knows Earthquake. I found a mod that shows overworld shinies in this game. I've seen it as well. I'm so gutted you have to hack your Switch to do it. If it was just like, you know, if you didn't have to like hack it, I would do it because it would make this hunt so much better. It would actually make Sword and Shield 100% better because you could just see any shiny. This is Shield. Yes, Sans Mickey. Like in SpongeBob where that fish is always like, my leg! Hello, Owen. No, it's not a full odds hunt. It looks like it, but it isn't. I do have the shiny charm. I just have terrible luck. Oh, I'm just thinking now of like all the memes you could make of his entrance. Thank you for following Ants McGee. Oh, welcome back, Cozy Roo. Sorry if I missed your reappearance. What are the odds? So with the shiny charm and how many Wooloo I've knocked out, my odds should be 1 in 455. And as you can see, I've encountered 1,500. So I'm doing really bad. Doing really bad. If you could have any Pokemon in real life, which one would you have? No legends or mythicals. Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, they seem a bit more dangerous, so I probably wouldn't have picked those. I think I say this one all the time. I really like Meowth. Obviously, he's a cat, and I feel like he wouldn't kill me compared to, like, other Pokemon. Like, if I had to have one as a pet, I feel like Meowth is probably a really safe bet. Or maybe, like, a Pidgey, because I quite like pigeons. What am I playing on? I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch. Love that your character kind of matches Wooloo. I love Venonat. Oh my god. I feel like every stream we talk about little guys. What?
Venom.
Yeah?
You're not Venus.
Whatever, I don't care. I don't know how to pronounce half of the Pokemon's names. Venonat, Venonat. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like every stream we talk about, like, little guys that we absolutely love. And I feel like I love loads of, like... That's the cat. That wasn't even Sai that time.
I was stroking.
Oh. Hello Zobud, this is Sword and Shield. My favourite shiny Pokemon is Pumpkaboo. Same with my favourite Pokemon in general. It makes sense that my favourite Pokemon is also my favourite shiny. So, Beneevee is a very good choice. I feel like Beneevee wouldn't kill you. And I don't think Eevee would kill you either, which is nice. Zorua, I would imagine, would be like a really stroppy cat. Like, you know, if he was real. I just feel like he'd be really stroppy. Literally ants. And honestly, I was like, but would I have a Meowth that could talk? Like Team Rocket's Meowth? And I think I would, because I feel like Team Rocket's Meowth really says a lot of stuff. If you know what I mean. Like, he's got knowledge somewhere there, and I like that. So maybe I would have a talking Meowth. And Meowth knows payday. Cha-ching. Literally. I've won this. Have I got the shiny charm? I do have the shiny charm. I love Hisuian Zorua. You should play Legends. Legends Arceus is really good. Oh, thank you, Sho, and congrats on your shiny Girafarig. Let's see that one. Girafarig. Girafarig. How do you get the shiny charm? You have to complete the Pokedex. Dude better pay the pills if he's going to stay around. 100%. We always say that to our cat when she's like asking. I know you know what I mean when I say she's asking. She shouts. Like, she doesn't like being cold. If it gets a bit cold, she will literally just shout at you until you turn the heating on. And we're always like, well, you know, if you want the heating on, you got to pay the bills. At least with the Meowth, he could pay the bills. You want the heating on? Pay up, son. Isn't the odds with it 1 in 1,400? Yep. And if you defeat a certain amount of Pokemon, the odds get even lower. So technically, my odds for this hunt should be 1 in 455. So yeah, this hunt's going really bad. Welcome back, Mars. How do I get more chances of seeing a shiny in the game? Shiny charm. Always shiny charm. You got to complete your Pokedex and get the shiny charm. It's always like, if you want to get into shiny hunting, you gotta do that. It saves you so much time. Like, even though it is a job getting a full dex, it's worth it in the long run. I'm not usually a fan of live streams, but listening to you while I play games is so nice. Thank you, Zaseth. Hopefully I said your name right as well. If I ever say your name wrong, please correct me. Like, I will not be offended at all. I would rather get your names right. Thank you, Ants McGee. Do you know what's funny? She has not been anywhere near me while I was streaming.
Yep, no.
And as soon as she come home, she's now here. I don't know how people can decide between the Eevee evolutions. They're all so cute. They really are. But my favourite's Umbreon. So I have just picked. But I'm actually really fond of just the standard Eevee as well. Hello, Georgia. This is Sword and Shield. I agree. I wish it was like Scarlet and Violet where you could see the Pokemon in the overworld. It would make this hunt so much better because I wouldn't have to waste time running into every wooloo. Yeah, show. I know. I should have. I'm actually just not a big fan of the Masuda method. I find it really boring. I hate that you have to like wait for eggs to appear and then you have to collect the eggs and then you just have to run up and down a path. And I know I'm running up and down a path right now. I don't know. I don't like the Masuda method. I don't know why. I've never really like. Honestly, I know it's the best way to shiny hunt. I just don't like it. I've actually never tried the permutation method. And I feel like I should, but I've never tried it. And I watched a video and it confused it confused me and I was like, maybe I can't do this. Of course, Keith. What is the Masuda method? The Masuda method is when you get the target Pokemon that you want. So, for example, if I was to do a Masuda method of Wooloo, I would get a Wooloo, and then I would get a foreign Ditto. So you would have to trade with someone who lives in a different country, who has a Ditto, and then you would breed them together, and then you'd collect all the eggs, and then you'd hatch all the eggs. And that is the Masuda method. It's basically, you have to get a foreign Ditto to be able to do it. And that's the Masuda method. It has got higher odds, but I don't know, I find hatching Pokemon really boring. Like, I'm doing a Masuda method at the moment for Spiritomb and Scarlet and Violet, and you just have to wait around for ages by the picnic basket while you wait for eggs to appear, and it takes forever. And whenever I want to stream it, I feel like I have to spend like 2 hours before stream getting enough eggs to then run around in a circle for the eggs to hatch. And it's like, it's too much like pre-work. While with this, I can just run up and down the field and encounter wooloos without really having to pay attention. That's a very good idea, Tag Me. So yeah, what Tag Me has said is that if you have an extra copy of the game, you can set the language in the beginning and it will count as a foreign Ditto. But I feel like you'd also have to have another Switch to be able to trade it. So it might be easier than finding like a random one via trades, but it costs more money if you think about it. Did you do anything else to complete the dex instead of trying to find Pokemon? How did I complete the dex in this? I had friends. I've got a lot of friends who also play Pokemon who completed the dex, and I just asked them to trade me the Pokemon so I could do it. But to be fair, I was quite close anyway to complete the Pokedex. I think I was only missing like 20 Pokemon, so it wasn't too bad. And then I've also got a complete living dex of all the previous Pokemon games. So I was just able to trade them into Sword and then take them out again because I got them all in Pokemon Home. No worries, Razzle. Take care. Am I playing online? I'm not playing online at the moment, no. I caught mine in Pokemon Let's Go and I shiny hunted a Ditto in a different language. Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, I feel like if you've got Scarlet and Violet, that's probably the best chance to get a foreign Ditto, and then you can just transfer it to like the other Pokemon games. Well done! What shiny did you get? Hey, do this for a shiny. Say how to train your dragon 7 times for a shiny in the next 50 encounters. Why? Why how to train your dragon? I feel like I have to do it now, though. How to train your dragon, how to train your dragon, how to train your dragon, how to train... Is it a dragon? Or your dragon? How to train your dragon. Are you Welsh? I am Welsh. You got a shiny Thievel. Congrats. And no worries, Loaf. I will see you soon. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Take care. And it was a shiny Hatena. Congrats. You were raised in Wales? Whereabouts? South or north? It's hidden in the lore. How many times have I said it so far? I'm pretty sure I've said it 7 times now. How to train it. Who is seeing How to Train Your Dragon when the live action comes out? Because I'm going to see it. It looks really good. Oh, Anglesey. Anglesey's a lovely place. The name Loaf makes me want to eat bread now. Honestly, I do love bread. Congrats, show. That's really good luck, to be fair, to restart and already get a shiny Toxtricity. Same, Isaac. It looks so good. Obviously, the live action of Lilo and Stitch is out now as well, and I don't know if I'm going to see it or not. I think it looks good. I just don't know if I'm going to go to the cinema and see it. When you next likely to be on live, because I'm determined to get a shiny wooloo before you. So, normally I stream on Fridays and Saturdays, but I'm not streaming tomorrow, which means I will be live again this time next week. So you have a week to get it before me. How do I do the counter? I've got a Stream Deck. Let me see if I can get it in front of the camera. So I've got this little device. I can't really pull it any further than that, which I use for streaming, and I have all of my little... I can't pull it any further because of the cable. But basically, when I press that button, the counter goes up, and then if I hold it, the counter goes down. Yeah. And that's how I do the counter. Lovely bit of kit if you're into streaming shiny hunts.
I think you can get a cheaper one that does the same thing.
Yeah, you can get like smaller ones. I think we've got quite a big one.
No, it's not.
Is it? Wow.
It does do a lot.
I mean, I like it. I use it all the time. Gotta go to town real quick and come back so I can properly manifest the world. Oh, I might not be on when you come back. I need to sort my throat out. It really hurts. Any other shinies you're focused on getting in the future, or is it just wooloo for now? I'm trying to do a shiny living dex, so I'm trying to get every shiny ever of Pokemon. I've currently got 3 hunts ongoing. One is the wooloo. I've got a Masuda hunt for Spiritomb also ongoing, and I'm also currently hunting for a Arceus.
Still. Nearly halfway through the...
It's because it's tiring. Like, it takes forever. Like, so on a 2-hour stream for this, I can do about 200 encounters. A 2-hour stream on BDSP for Arceus, I can do like 60. It takes forever for the game to load. It's irritating. Hello, Lils. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Alright, I'll do it because you're going to keep asking, Cloud Jumper. But I'm going to be very tongue-tied. How to train your dragon, 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 how to train your dragon. Done. You happy? You better be. Are we ending at 15:25? I was going to, but now I've surpassed it. So now we're going to 15:50. And then I'm done. I promise. Thank you for following, show. Yeah, another mark against BDSP. Just can't do it. And annoyingly, I want to take part in Safari Week. So for those of you who don't know, Safari Week happens every year, and it's where you hunt for a shiny Pokemon in the Safari Zone. And if you're a Pokemon fan, you know that the Safari Zone means the Pokemon can run away from you. So if you find a shiny at full odds, it can run away. Awful. But there's a whole week dedicated to doing Safari Week. And I don't have a way of streaming any older games that have the Safari Zone, which means the only Pokemon game I do have is BDSP, where I can do the Great Marsh. The problem is, though, is that I'm stuck in this Arceus battle for the rest of my life, which means if I don't find the shiny Arceus before then, I'm then going to have to play Brilliant Diamond from the start to get to the Great Marsh to take part in Safari Week. I do have older Game Boy Advance games, I just don't think I've got like a proper way to stream it. I mean, I guess I could like... GameCube?
We have the adapter. And we have the AV input for the live streams.
Oh. Okay. So maybe I can. No. Can you fly away from Arceus and just come back out? Actually, I didn't even think about that. I'm at the top of the stairs where my save file is. I'll tell you what, I'll show you where I am. I'll get to 1550, then I'll put BDSP on, and I'll show you where I am. And I don't think I can leave the stairs once I'm on the stairs. Look, Cozy, can you DM me that? Because that would be lush if you could. Because honestly, I would rather take part in Safari Week, not on BDSP, because I hate the game so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've never taken part in Safari Week before, and I do want to. You can leave. Oh, because I'm right at the top of the stairs. I saved like the last possible moment. If I can leave the stairs, I could go to the Great Marsh, but then at the same time, I hate BDSP. So I'd rather play a different Pokemon game. But then I forgot as well, you do have like the GameCube. And I could, as people said, I could just have 6 DSs on my table with a camera that just records all of them. Because I do have a lot of DSs, I could technically do that. I think I forgot to press the counter for that. Oh well. Hello, Pokenerd Alf. I think my current odds are 1 in 455.
I was going to say the same about Arceus. Why didn't you just use my Switch as well, so when you reset one...
Because that means I'd have to complete BDSP again, and I hate the game.
Yeah, I don't need to do that.
On the plus side, on your Switch, so to do Arceus as well, not only do you have to complete BDSP, you also have to complete Legends Arceus to get the Arceus encounter. So if I wanted a dual stream the Arceus hunt, I would have had to have completed Legends Arceus twice and BDSP twice, have 4 games, and have 2 Switches, which is nuts. And I keep running into things. Hello, Caterpie. Thank you for following Mark and Segito. Welcome in. And thank you, Cozy. I will have a look after stream. Because, yeah, honestly, anything but BDSP.
No, off you go. No, off way, please. Thank you.
What are you going to be doing, Cozy, for Safari Week? Like, are you taking part in Safari Week? I told Sai, my partner, I was like, if you're walking around and you see a safari hat, can you please buy it for me? Like, I need a safari hat. I want to dress up with like a little net and everything. I want to get like full into Safari Zone. Thank you for the heart, Jason Finch. Thank you very much. Oh, I mean, if it's easy, honestly, that's not too bad as well. I mean, I'd be willing to do that if I could stream older Pokemon games. Thank you for the heart as well, Mark. Welcome in. This will be my first Safari week, and I wanted to get to it in Oh, are you going to do it in the same Sapphire that you do in the badge quest? Ah! No way! I hope so, Sarah B. That would be awesome. Hello, Assassin. I mean, I'm still here, and the fact that I haven't got the shiny means that it's not going. It's not going good. This is rough. This is a rough hunt. Hello, Seraphim. How you doing? I hope you're having a nice evening. Happy Friday. Sai saw me in the square and told him about Oh, have you seen Final Destination? Did you like it? I really want to see it, so don't spoil it. I mean, I'm going to assume that, like, nearly everyone dies, so... Thank you for following, Octo. Hello, Firepig. You'll get this as a very good shiny. Thank you. I can't trade at the moment, sorry, Lufot. I just want to get this shiny. Have I completed the Pokedex? I have. Little sheep. All things considered, it's alright. Good. I'm glad you're doing alright. All things considered. I'm still trying to get a shiny Cramorant. I love Cramorant. Probably one of my favourite Pokemon. So cool. I was really sad that Cramorant was a Scarlet exclusive. But then they did an event last year where you could shiny hunt Cramorant for a little while in Violet as well. And I was locked in. I was like, I'm getting that orange bird. I'm getting that orange bird. So yeah, I do have one now. What do you get as rewards when you complete it? You get the shiny charm when you complete the Pokedex, which increases your chances of getting the thing that I'm doing right now, which is looking for a shiny. Cheeto is such a cute name for a shiny Cramorant. Is Sword and Shield better than Scarlet and Violet? It's a... I don't know. I find it really hard. I think they both have their perks. I think Sword and Shield is a much prettier game. The DLC is really good. I love that you can shiny hunt legendaries. It's just an overall really good game. It's really, really pretty. I do love Sword and Shield. Also, it's based in the UK. A little bit biased. Scarlet and Violet has terrible frame rate. Is very laggy. Is not very pretty. And only gets good at the end. The beginning of Scarlet and Violet is honestly the most dragging part of the game. It just goes on forever. Irritates me, but I really liked the ending of the game story-wise, and I did enjoy the DLC, and I find shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet very, very fun. So yeah, there's pros to like both of them. I find it really hard. I can't really compare them. How many hours have I... Right, hang on. Let me just put the ticker up for that. Some features... What? Why am I using Violet? No, hang on. Why am I not connected to the internet? Okay, so I've put 200 hours into Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I've put 440 hours into Violet. So I have put more hours into Scarlet and Violet than I have Sword and Shield. How many shiny wooloos have I found? None. Welcome back, Chaos. And congrats on beating Tulip. And you got your Salamence, so you're winning. Did you see the new screenshots for Scarlet and Violet for the Switch 2? Graphics are so much better and a lot more Pokemon ones. I did. The only issue I've got with the screenshots is that I feel like I never had a problem with how the game looked in the screenshot. I had a problem with the FPS. So I'd feel a lot better if they did a video to show how Scarlet and Violet runs on the Switch 2. Apparently it's 4K now, but I want to know if it's like 60 FPS. You know what I mean? I just, that's what I want to know. Like, it does look good from a screenshot, but I need to see a video. Thank you for following Harry on Twitch. Thank you very much. Switch 2 is overpriced. It's not going to sell well. I think it will sell okay. But I have a lot of friends who are really into Nintendo, so everyone I know has pre-ordered one.
I mean,
it is expensive. It is expensive.
It's not the most expensive Nintendo.
No. I think the Wii U is quite expensive when that came out, didn't it?
It was. It's not as expensive as the NES.
The NES. Or if you wanted to get a 3DS these days. Like, if you wanted to get a second-hand 3DS, they're literally like the same prices as Switch 2s at the moment. It is mad. Never seen anything like it. It's the games more than the Switch 2. No, I get it. The games are really expensive. I'm getting the bundle that comes with Mario Kart because I was like, even though I do like physical games, I'm not going to spend £75 on a physical of Mario Kart when I could buy the bundle and get it for 30 quid. You know, that's how I'm thinking it. So yeah, I've got the bundle for that. And then I don't really know about like everything else. It depends. Like, I'm not really interested in Donkey Kong. Sorry, Donkey Kong. I just don't know if it's my sort of game. Kirby Air Riders. I'm really excited for Kirby Air Riders. I'm just hoping it's not a £70 game.
Yeah.
Is it? Kirby Air Riders?
It's like
I thought
60 quid. 60 quid?
Oh my god, I'm so excited for Tomodachi Life. But they announced it for the Switch. I mean, I'm going to assume it is now going to come to the Switch too. And if we're talking about games that were in the trailer, not Theatre Rhythm, Rhythm Paradise, that's another game that I'm very excited about. But I don't think you can charge 70 quid for Rhythm Paradise. I think even Rhythm Paradise on the 3DS was like 30 quid. Also, game prices keep getting me. My sweet summer children, you don't know how much we were paying for Street Fighter 2 on SNES. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think that... When I knew the Switch 2 was coming out, I did guess it was going to be £400. I was literally guessing 400 to 450. So when they announced the Switch 2 with Mario Kart for £430, I was like, oh, brilliant. But I mean, I guess it's like, it's harder for people who have... you know, like full-time jobs, they can get it compared to like parents getting it for their children. I think it's going to be a lot harder for them. But I mean, who knows? They might down the road make a Nintendo Switch 2 Lite, where it's a bit cheaper. I don't know, it's hard. I think it's going to sell okay. The fact that it keeps selling out whenever pre-orders go live, I think it's going to do alright. Obviously, in an ideal world, it will be cheaper, but...
Sorry, just roll this one.
What do you want to bother me about?
Edit roll, powder.
Yeah?
Is that the one you made?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, but you don't need to do anything.
Oh.
Because I've put it as a lower permission, but then changed the Discord area to allow that role, so nothing needs to be changed.
Yeah, but if I want to put someone in that area...
Oh, you can add people, but you have to add them to that role. So go into that role and then add member.
So if I know someone called Big Fuzzy...
Yeah. So you do edit role, and then it'll say amend members. Yeah, so you just click add member. Oh, thank you so much, Isaac, for all the gifts. Thank you for the heart and for the pink hearts. They're very cute. Thank you so much. Can you play Nintendo Switch 1 games on the Switch 2? You can. You can indeed. I'm not sure if you can play all of them. There might be a very slim amount that you can't. But from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure you can play every game. I can't think which ones. Maybe Labo, actually. You might not be able to play Labo.
Or
No, you can play Arms.
Ring Fit.
Arms is literally one of the ones that's getting an update.
Ring Fit.
Ring Fit, yeah, you won't be able to play. Oh, you say that though.
Yes.
But
can't
you
fit
can
Ring
use.
Fit.
No, you can use your
They've seen it
old.
on there, that's not my fault.
You can sync up your old Joy-Cons and play it that way. Couldn't you? Because you could just sync it with the button. Oh, right, okay, I'm just going to go with what Nintendo says. I sent a video topic. In theory, so you know how you can sync up Pro Controllers to the Switch 2? You can sync up Joy-Cons without having to plug them in. So theoretically in my mind, I'm like, why can't you just sync the Joy-Con to the Switch 2 and then play those games anyway? But honestly, I mean, they're just it's such a slim amount of games. I don't think anyone really cares. Yeah, no, the new Joy-Con won't fit in the ring, but the old Joy-Con will. So I'm like, why can't you just press the sync button on the old Joy-Con to the new Switch? Like, is that not possible? I don't know, that's what I'm thinking, but thank you for following, Flame. I can't trade at the moment, sorry, Leslie, because I am focusing on the shiny hunt, so I can't really do any trades. Two more. The pre-order rush really was. I struggled for ages to actually get my pre-order, and I managed to get it 2 weeks ago. So I do officially have a Nintendo Switch 2 coming. I've got the whole week booked off. So I'm going to TwitchCon, then I come back on the Monday, and then the Thursday is the release. So I just booked the whole week off. I'm like, just gonna have it off work. And then if it comes early, which it won't, I'll be off Wednesday. And then I'm in all day on the Thursday. Yeah. If you're spending that much money on a new console, you gotta take the week off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there by the door, literally ready for Mario Kart. And I will be streaming it. So if people are getting Mario Kart and you wanna play Mario Kart, I will be streaming it pretty much all the time. Even though I'm mainly a Pokemon player, Mario Kart, like, I love Mario Kart. Thank you for following Skilly J. Thank you so much. Don't hate me for this, I've never played a Metroid game, but the fact in Metroid Prime 4 you can use the Joy-Con as a mouse makes me want to play it. How are you, Skilly? I hope you're doing well. I said I was going to stop at 1550 and I've carried on. My throat hurts so much. Why am I doing this to myself? I am going to stop in a minute though. I'm going to just get the last one that was here. And he's an aura. Is it it? It's not. If that was the shiny. But it wasn't. It is Curse of the Shiny Hunter. It's just like, I've done this hunt for so long now. I'm like, any minute now it's going to happen. And it doesn't. Okay, I'm saving. I'm done. I didn't get it. I haven't actually ever done any EV and IV training. Oh, see, look, you're all saying this 1,555. Right, okay, hang on. 1,553.
You said more for round it off.
Well, everyone's saying 1,555.
Well, I'm saying
1,560. But then at other points, oh, why don't you just go to 1,600? Okay, I'm gonna get to 1560 and then I'm stopping. And none of you can convince me otherwise. Like, I'm drawing the line. Look at that. 1,555 wasn't the shiny. You all owe me a sorry. You all owe me a sorry for forcing me. 1,561 Isaac. Oh my god. We will convince it. No, I'm telling you, this is it. I'm doing 5 more, and then I'm leaving. I can't believe I'm up to this amount. I don't know, I just had such a gut feeling when I started this wooloo hunt I was going to get it under 1,000. What a fool I was. Fool of a tuck. Messed up badly. I got cocky. I got cocky from all my good luck, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this under 1,000. Just remember, most shiny hunters give up before the big score. I mean, at least I can say that I won't give up. Like, this hunt will continue again, like next week. I would continue doing this hunt tomorrow, but I'm in Cambridge for a day out. So it'll be Friday again. But I'll never give up. The day I give up will be the day that I've actually got the shiny, so I technically haven't given up, I've won. I'm glad you noticed the Lord of the Rings reference. Is this my first shiny hunt? No. No, it's not. I've been shiny hunting for a decade, I think. Not like full on decade, like I've had like year breaks or month breaks. No, this isn't my first one. If this is my first one, I think I would have given up, but I think I know what I'm expecting now when it comes to shiny hunting. You've got this, Burger Jesus. You've got this. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I hope you enjoy your new playthrough of Sword. Ants. I'm telling you. Pack it in. Ah, thank you, Blue Dog. Emolga! Of course I remember you. Because I remember you got excited that I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome back. 60 more. No, stop it, guys. This is my last sheep. And if you want to see, you have to come back to my next stream. So you better all follow me and tune in, because I'll be live again. Good try, guys. But look, I'm even going to a place now where I can't see if any more spawn. That's me done. Gotta get the funny number sheep. I'm not going to 1569. Just making sure I definitely save. Thank you, everyone, for coming by and sticking around for a much longer stream. I was not meant to stream for 3 hours, but you all convinced me, so thank you. Thank you for all the wishes. I'm very sorry I could not grace you all with Oreo today. But I have a feeling that Oreo will appear in the next stream. I've got a gut feeling that Oreo is very close. Did I tell you that I'm going to call my shiny wooloo Oreo? No. So our shiny wooloo is going to be called Oreo. Why do I hate fun? You'll have to wait until the next stream. My next stream will be Friday, so unfortunately it is a week away. I am really sorry. I just don't have time really at the moment, and Friday's the day that I finish work early and I've got the energy to do it. So I will be back at 4 PM British Standard Time, UK time, on Friday, and that's when we'll be doing Wooloo. Fingers crossed for the last time. I really, really hope we get him next week. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for joining today. I've gotten 129 new followers. Thank you so much, that is amazing. And 45,000 likes. Honestly, you guys have been amazing this stream. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you all on the next stream. 130, thank you, Blue Dog. Thank you, Quake, for the gift.
Bye!
God, you're peeking the microphone. You really are like a huge Pokemon just destroying everything. You the half. But yeah, thank you everyone. I will see you all very soon. Have a lovely rest of your weekends. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.